Yeah, yeah, you love to see it. That's amazing. Speaking of music, welcome to our third episode of BraInsight. We'll be talking about music and its effects on human behavior. Hello, I'm Jose Rafael Libunao.
I'm Theo.
And I'm James Matthew Dimaano, here to bring you the wondrous parts of music.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some huge insights into your brain, specifically with music. So I'm gonna open up the discussion. All right. So first thing I'm gonna talk about. So, with music, music has always been part of human society. It's been integral in every single culture. So every single culture, in one way or another, develop different musical instruments to play their uh, native songs, and to do different things. Some some used to do music for entertainment, some for religious purposes, but all of them made music. So primitive humans, they made many wind instruments and percussion instruments, primitive windpipes, primitive drums. They made those with long gourds or flat pieces of rock. Then music also brings people together, like in the tribal sense, when people gathered around campfires, dancing around them, listening and just making music. And up until today, with like a bunch of people making like fandoms around uh, popular musicians, or with, in a more nationalistic sense, when we listen to the national anthem, don't we feel like a certain pride for our country? 'Di ba? So
Maybe.
music is able. Shut up.
What was that? Yay!
Of course we do,
Okay.
Rafi.
Of course we do, Theo. Of course we do.
Okay, so we messed up.
No, we
Ano
No,
didn't
ba?
mess up. We're keeping that. Come on,
we're
this is
keeping
our
that.
this is our first take, and we're running with it.
Yes.
Okay, so ayan, music helps bring people together, and it helps inspire people. Like in times of war, when people are losing morale, a war songs, marching music that helps keep people together,
Mm-hmm.
uh help people know that they're with other people who share the same beliefs and fight for the same things. And speaking of fighting for the same things, music has been used throughout history to spur cultural movements. So even before, in the medieval times, you had your secular music, which deviated from the normal. Uh, Kalimutan ko yung tawag, pero there's a type of music that's like really holy and like doesn't change too much. I forgot that it's called.
Yeah,
But
I'm
there
trying to
was
remember.
secular music that was sort of a subversion of that. So
Church
then,
music.
in more recent times, let's say in the 60s, uh, during the Vietnam War and the Cold War, people that was when rock and roll emerged, and the hippie movements. People made uh, rock and roll, that type of music, to counter like mainstream media. So that was a type of counterculture, and over time, people kept using music as a means to sort of uh, stick it up to the man, fight against the system. Rock and roll evolved into metal, which got heavier and heavier, then eventually got edgier and edgier. People got less scared to use, more offensive language in their music. Speaking of music, wala akong maisip. Guys, may maisip ba kayo?
Yeah,
Meron ba kayong topics na pwede natin pag-usapan under music?
yeah. I can talk about my experience with music. So, um, yet, music. I'm pretty sure for all of us, it makes us feel certain emotions. Like for me, uh, um, like that definitely works for me. And sometimes I download a song on whatever platform because it reminds me of a certain event or something like that. Like for my graduation, Rafi, remember grade six, we listened to a song from Owl City or something like that. I downloaded that song because it reminded me of my graduation, which made me feel happy. So music can make us
Ah,
feel certain emotions, right? Like in
Yeah.
fact, my one source, this is my second consecutive podcast with one source, but this is a very good source. It says it says there are a few things that stimulate the brain the way music does, says one John Hopkins, all otolaryngologist. If you want to keep your brain engaged throughout the aging process, listening to or playing music is a great tool. It provides a total brain workout. Research has
true, true.
shown that listening to music can reduce anxiety, blood pressure, and pain, as well as improve sleep quality, mood, mental awareness, and memory. So yeah, so I'm saying talking about the mood and the memory is what like makes me like music. Like for example, if I want to feel hyped or something like that, if I want to get excited for an event or for a game or something like that, I just listen to All of the Lights by Kanye West. Then
Is it your go-to song every
like if I
time
want to view the world positively or something like that, I
you
can
listen to
listen
All of the
to
Lights by Kanye West?
All of the Lights by Kanye West or Crooked Smile by J. Cole. Like my favorite song right now would probably be Pride is the Devil by J. Cole because it reminds me of a lesson that I'm trying to teach um myself how to be that pride can be a bad thing. Like for example, like
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's
yun
all
nga,
I have
music
to
is able
say.
to teach us many lessons. It's able to
Yes.
like, show people like many philosophical things.
Like Disney music
Yeah,
can teach
Disney
us some
music is
lessons.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can get a lot of lessons from Disney music.
Exactly.
Uh, especially well, I wouldn't say the older ones would. Wait. Okay, I lost my brain. I forgot what I was talking about. But
That's okay.
I think we can still keep going.
Like for example, I guess a good example of a Disney song that could teach you something would be How Far I'll Go from Moana. Probably encourages you to try new things. Actually, there's a song in Zootopia, Try Everything, which literally tells you to try as many things as you
Actually,
can. So,
you know, yeah, they actually have a lot of music with like that same moral. Na yun, no?
yeah,
Then sa Hercules, they have Go the Distance,
go
which
the
is
distance,
basically the
yes.
same things.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even Colors of the Wind, which could teach you about like how to empathize with others despite your differences, like obvious differences. You may be able to find something to be able to connect with them and to not treat people unjustly just because of their physical appearance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Life is a
Oh yeah, you
highway.
know what?
Life is
Yeah,
the highway.
pero reeling it back, talking, I mean, on the topic of connecting with people, we have an interview with Sir Russell Castro that we will transition to right now. Hello guys, we're BraInsight here for the interview portion of our episode. The person we'll be interviewing is the music teacher of Philippine Science High School Central Luzon campus, the head of the DSDC, and a former member of the Philippine Madrigal Singers. Please welcome.
The man, the myth, the legend, Sir Russell Castro.
Hello po, sir.
Hi, everyone. Hi to all the listeners of your podcast. How are you?
So, sir, simulan na po natin yung interview.
Go.
Okay. So, for our first question, sir, we would like to ask you what do you think draws people to music? Is there a certain aura about around the topic that attracts people to it? Or is there something like that?
Filipinos known to be a music lover. So in general talagang mga Pinoy, when it comes to music, they really love music. So attached talaga tayong mga Pinoy sa music. So yun siguro yung nagbabind sa atin na from our roots till now, tayo na when we are sad, when we are happy, or when we need someone, ang takbuhan natin ay si music. Yun.
Okay po, sir. Okay.
For our second question, sir, what made you choose to pursue music as a profession?
Okay, late bloomer kasi ako eh. Hindi naman ako nag-start na as musician, di ba? Meron muna akong first course na kinuha nun. Then after lang nun, tsaka ko lang na-realize na parang hindi ata talaga to para sa akin. And nung bata kasi ako, I used to compete ng singing contest. So nadala ko siguro yun hanggang sa nag-college ako. So hinanap-hanap ko rin. So passion ko din naman siya. Kaya sabi ko, sige, try ko na as my second choice yung music. Nag-enjoy naman ako. Then till now, it's my bread of butter na yung pagiging musician. Yun.
May event po ba na nag-influence po sa'yo na pursue po sa music just in general pa?
Yung love ko siguro sa music. First love ko kasi music eh. Yun. So,
Okay po, sir.
hinanap-hanap ko siguro. Yun. Kaya, nagkaroon ng 360 turn nung after kong mag-bio, parang hinahanap ko talaga yung music. So, yun. Music na ako.
Okay po, sir.
So for our third question po, in what ways has music shaped your life?
Yung paano ba? Siguro yung yung training as a musician, because if you're a musician, you need to paano ba, magbigay ng time for you to practice your pieces, and then kailangan mo talaga ng time para aralin, and also yun, nadala ko yun kahit nasa daily life ko na kailangan nakaschedule yung oras, so time management, nagagawa ko yun. Tas unconsciously, yung way ko how to practice and rehearse my pieces, nagagawa ko na rin siya sa real life and everyday life ko. Yun.
Okay po, sir. So, kapag ganun po ba, nag-aalat ka po ng certain times of the day para dun sa music stuff? Or just ginagawa mo lang po siya in the middle of everything else, sir?
No. Nakaschedule talaga siya. For example, sa week na ito, kailangan kong ma-accomplish yung 3 pieces. So, I will allot at least 2 hours per day for me to practice my piece. Ganun.
Ilang pieces niyo po, ilang pieces po ba yung ginagawa niyo po normally?
Usually,
schedule po?
Hindi pandemic, pre-pandemic, sa DSDC, we need to accomplish at least, maybe in a week, at least 6 pieces or 4 pieces in a week. So
6 pieces per week po, sir?
Yes, per week. And then we have our rehearsals every day na 2 hours. At 2 hours. But if we have competitions, if we have tours, if we have performances, so medyo nadadagdagan pa ng oras. Yun.
Ang hirap naman po pala nun, sir.
No. Hindi siya mahirap kasi if you really want what you're doing, you cannot feel any difficulties sa sarili mo. Like parang, dahil gusto mo yun and it's your passion, so hindi mo mararamdaman na nahihirapan ka because na-enjoy mo yung rehearsal. Magugulat ka na lang hours yun. Tapos na pala yung rehearsal. Ganun.
So para din po siyang hobby, sir?
Yes. Ganun.
Yung requirements mo po na ano po kasing tawag doon? Yung quota po na kailangan mo pong i-reach, nagpalit po ba siya nung nagkaroon po ng pandemic?
Oo, parang wala na akong quota. 1 piece per month, parang okay na yun. Kasi syempre, ayaw mo nang makadagdag pa sa iisipin. Of course, iisipin mo rin yung pyesa, hindi mo mamasabi. So nung umpisa, we tried to still rehearse and reach the quota per week, per month, pero hindi siya friendly. Kumbaga, oo.
Hindi na po
Yun,
nakayanan ng personal schedule, sir.
Yes, mahirap mag-adjust.
So, dun din po sa music, sir, do you have any type of genre of music that you prefer listening to, sir?
When
Or
I'm tired,
nagpapalit po ba?
no, when I'm tired and stressed, I really love to listen to classical music. But if every day lang, if you're going to listen every day, I go to pop music.
So, for different occasions po, meron kang iba-ibang genre po, sir, na pinagpipilian niyo po, sir?
Yes, yeah. Classical and pop lang. Yun yung dalawang yun.
Okay po, sir. Do you have any reason why you prefer those types of music, sir?
I feel relaxed when I'm listening to classical, especially to Chopin. My favorite composer in classical era is Chopin. So every time na I'm tired, I want to take a rest, I want to relax, I listen to works of Chopin. And most of that, of course, Vivaldi, pero yung mga Beethoven and Mozart, hindi ko masyadong go-to yung gawa nila.
Masyado po ba aggressive, sir?
Yeah, especially Beethoven. Of course, if you can still remember the topic when we're in grade 9, diba? Very,
very emotional din po kasi siya eh.
Yeah. Knowing Beethoven, I remember when we were young. Kabatch pa si Beethoven.
So, ayun nga po, di ba yung music po niya medyo aggressive, nagre-reflect din po yung ugali niya doon?
Oo.
So, do you think the yung emotions ng tao, tsaka yung experience po nila, paano po yun nagre-reflect sa music?
Ako, for example, my DSDC members, alam nila na wala ako sa mood, alam nila na galit ako kapag mahirap yung pyesa namin. Kunwari darating ako, tapos ito yung aaralin ng pyesa. Pag mahirap, alam nila na wala ako sa mood. Ibig sabihin, kailangan ko mag-distress. Gusto kong matanggal yung galit ko. So, sa pyesang mahirap, doon ko na i-release.
So, doon po mas nagiging aggressive ng konti yung pieces mo po?
Yes.
Okay. So, ayun nga po, yung music, it's a really good way of expressing your emotions and expressing your thoughts in an abstract manner, sir?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's like...
So, may tanong din po ako naisip, nakalimutan ko na rin po.
Wala.
So, dun sa podcast naman siguro, kung nagkalal dito sa interview, siguro ikakat natin ng konti, pero wala pong maisip na tanong.
How about your favorite song, sir? Like your just favorite song to listen to right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Buhay. Habang buhay ni Zach Tabudlo. I love that.
I'll listen to it later, sir.
Napapakinggan yun, sir.
What did you say, Rafi?
Ako hindi ko pa po ata napapakinggan.
Same.
To it, my gosh. It's so beautiful.
Understood. I will listen to it later, sir, and it might be my favorite song as well. Yes, ma'am?
Sir, what makes it your favorite song right now po? Curious lang po kami.
I love the melody, the melodic pattern. Kasi hindi maganda lang. Ganda niya. Pakinggan nyo.
Yes, sir. Napakinggan ko
okay
na
po, sir.
It's a really nice song.
You wanna see it?
Sure.
Maganda yun. First one, hindi alam ko. Mga Angeles, iba yung mga tugtugan nyo eh. Yung mga classical din ata kayo eh. Every time when you're going to have your dinner, a violin, a piano. Mga pala. Ano yun? Yung course na what do you call this? So whatever. Go ahead.
Si
Um,
Theo po, palagi po siya nakikinig sa rap music. Sa tingin mo, nagre-reflect po yun sa ugali niya.
Kasi si Pia, very tahimik siya eh.
Yeah.
So baka nakakuha, doon siya nakakapag paano ba? Express. Diba?
Maybe it'll my internal emotions, maybe, but not my outside. It won't show on the outside, maybe.
So pandemic change yun na ba, Pio, pag nakita na tayo dito? So, ano ka na, very, ano ba yun? Outgoing.
Mas maingay po siya ngayon.
I think, sir, I'm only like outgoing or extroverted when like over video. But when I see people in real life, I start to become very quiet again. So
Why?
because sir, it's like sometimes I have difficulty like expressing my feelings sometimes. So I guess music does, as you said, help me. Maybe music really does like help me express feelings I'm not able to express when with other people. So yes.
You should practice it. You'll be the next owner of AUF.
I don't know about that, sir. I don't know about that, sir. But yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions, Rafi and Matt?
Naubusan ko na yung utak ko.
not anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. So I guess that is it, sir, for the interview. Thank you very much for the information you have shared with us today. And
Yes,
I
sir.
hope all of our audience like listening to or took something away from this interview. So thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Salamat po, sir.
Wait.
Okay, now it's your turn. All right. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, that was a very thought-provoking interview, right?
Very.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir
Yeah.
Russell Castro, for giving us those insights.
Yeah, actually, at the time of us recording this, we haven't actually conducted the interview yet, but I have a feeling that it's gonna go great.
I know it's gonna go great.
Yeah, I just have a pretty good feeling about it. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, speaking of good feelings,
Well, did you guys know that music can actually improve your mood? It's basically, you know how those people who like try music therapy and they're very angry, they're very dissatisfied with their life and stuff, and then they listen to a certain type of music, and then it just fades away slowly. Have you guys like ever experienced that? Like
when
any
you're
song?
listening to music, well, ayun nga. I mean, like if you're listening to happy music, since like the person singing it is sort of singing in a happy way, you sort of get into that beat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's a sort of like a psychological thing. Like when you have other people with you, like being happy, you just feel happy as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you're in a cinema, let's say you're watching a comedy movie, you hear people happy, you hear people laughing at, let's say, a funny scene. Even if you yourself don't find it as funny, maybe the laughter of other people will be contagious, and that's the sort of thing that happens as well with music.
Yeah, I agree with you completely there. And it's also like how music can reduce symptoms of like depression as well. Because like as you said, you know how those people in the cinema, when they laugh but you don't find it as funny, it's contagious. So like here in the depression symptoms, it's the music therapy that creates a safe environment for them. And those like notes of music where they can feel some sort of calmness or like optimism, and it just makes people feel better than like when they're listening to heavy metal, rock, the loud types of music. And it's just very different when it's a calm environment.
Different types of music are more fitting for different events that you're going through. Ayun nga, si Theo, sinabi niya, yung, oh, hi kuya. he's listening to Pride is the Devil because he wants to be more humble, though.
No.
And he wants to avoid taking
No,
pride
I
and
just
stuff.
want to be, to instill that in my mind. Yes.
Mm.
And it's a good
Ayun.
song. You should try to
Oh,
listen.
it is a pretty good song. I listened to it.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, Matt. Sorry we interrupted. What else were you gonna say?
No, that's fine. It's just that, like symptoms of depression. And as said by Theo, he's also said that it helps with people's anxiety, giving them the calmness, the softness. Like I said earlier regarding the symptoms of depression, it's really different when you create that environment for the people, and like they're just in their own peace of mind, it's really better for them. Pero did you guys know that music can also like improve your motivation? Like let's say you're studying and then those like lo-fi pop videos on YouTube where you're
Oh yeah,
listening.
absolutely.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
so it's like you see someone there who's also studying and they're listening to something chill, and then that just it helps improve your motivation to study with them. Like it's also like
Mm.
when you're listening to with someone on a Discord channel, and like you can see them, you guys are studying, and it just gives you that like that relaxed feeling, but also that motivating feelings na you're not alone, and
Mm.
it gives you like that bump that
Yeah.
yeah, you guys get me. It's
Yun nga. Tas if you're easily distracted, if you're playing music in the background, it sort of like fills the gaps where you would normally be thinking of other stuff. So
mhm.
it helps you focus more on the topic of on the the thing you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Ayun nga, speaking of study music, what's your like go-to study music, or what do you listen to when you're trying to focus on something?
Well, it was scientifically proven because some researchers,
Scientifically proven. Shish naman,
yeah,
crazy.
with researchers doing a field study on people who listen to classical music, they are given those like times where they're studying for like their essays, their college exams, their tests, and then when they listen to classical music, they were just calm, like so calm, to the point na they don't have a problem with like their distractions. Like if they're looking at their notebook, they're just writing, and then they have some people around them like playing ball, or like a child that's just like running and making you distract yourself. Like it's I know they focused on it, and like that's a wild thing to think about.
Is it
So
just classical music? Kasi I think I wanna try that.
well, you
Ako
can
personally,
try.
madali akong ma-distract.
You
Pero
can try.
is it like just limited to classical music, or is there any other like subgenre that also sort of works for that?
Well, like I said earlier, that the lo-fi music, chill hip hop, pop on the YouTube videos na nakita natin, it's it's giving that parang
That same vibe?
yeah, that same vibe, but like in a more chill and relaxed way, where like it's not just
Mm,
about violins or pianos or like classical guitars. It's
yun nga, no?
yeah,
Yeah, the thing
it's
about it kasi like it doesn't have any lyrics.
mhm,
So like even since there's no one talking, there's like nothing to like fill your mind on.
mhm.
So like you can really just zone in on the thing you're trying to do
Yeah. This
and
is
not get distracted trying to understand what the dude is saying.
yeah, because like it's basically in the background, and you're the one thing that you can focus on. Like you can't distract yourself with any of the lyrics. You don't have to sing. You can just hear everything, and that's what makes it very serene.
Ah,
For some people.
that's pretty neat, pretty cool.
Yeah,
Actually, I actually got I should probably try that at some point.
you should.
Also, s- uh at some point we are also going to need to end the episode. Hello. I am not sure how far into the episode we are right now, but it seems like we went for a pretty good amount of time. Do you guys think so?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
I believe so too.
All right, I think we can close it out right here. So I hope that you guys learned something, or at least found this episode at least mildly amusing. Maybe you snorted some air out of your nose. If that's what happened, that would be great. But anyway, we'll leave you with that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to music. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing what you're doing, no matter what. BraInsight loves you. Bye
All
bye.
of the Lights by Kanye
Bye-bye.
West. Listen to it.
Yeah, all of the lights. You
Goodbye.
need to listen to that. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Brainium and the cranium, preventing pandemonium, premium show of the millennium, cerebrum exploratorium. We guarantee that this podcast is better than alright. And now we welcome you to BraInsight.